Hi Libra, welcome to your message you need to hear for money. Hi. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Ruby Reads Tarot. Love and support to her. Check her out. Show her some love and support. This is intended to be a romantic love reading. Yay for Ten of Pentacles. But may resonate in other areas of your life. This could also resonate with you or your person's moon, rising, or Venus sign. All right. Libra. What do we got here for Libra? Libra. Four of Pentacles. Okay. The Devil. Queen of Cups. This could be Capricorn. This could be Cancerian. King of Swords. That could be Gemini. Five of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Six of Swords. All right. So, guys. All right. You need to, I feel like you need to be the one to decide to, or you need to be the one in the deciding seat right now. I don't know that you're going to get all that straight of an answer from your person, or, so let's see. We got Capricorn, Gemini, Cancerian. All right, what's this Queen of Cups about? Is this someone that still feels connected, but they also know that, it's not a good connection, or is this just a really great sexual connection? What's this Queen of Cups here? The Sun card, that could be Leo. What's this King of Swords? Magician, that could be Gemini, Virgo, or Aries. This Five of Swords. King of Cups, that could be Pisces. You know what? It feels like someone wanted to take some time to figure out how they feel. Huh. This Three of Pentacles about Libra. You got Pisces on the brain now. Why? Five of Swords. Okay, so all right. You're waiting on somebody to do something, and you need to be the one to do it because you've been waiting on them for a while. This is not somebody. This is someone's going to just ask you for more time. What you need to know about this and hear from your person is that they're still in kind of this state of not wanting to have, like, it's like perpetual distraction, like perpetual dust spinning. There's just this constant. Nothing is decided or resolved. And what's this Six of Swords about? Where's that moving on? Okay. All right, Libra. You've been waiting on this person to make a decision. And I feel like they're going to just ask you for more time. This is not a healthy hookup. What's this Devil card about for Libra? I'm surprised that, didn't show up here. The Lover's card. What's the Devil about? I mean, there they are right there, but this is the Devil, not the Lover's card. Queen of Cups. All right, so this is someone that, I think when they're with you, it's great. But when it comes to making a decision about you, they don't. I think you've been waiting for this person to make a decision, and they're not going to. Consider that this might be wishful thinking, or you holding out hope and just hoping on your part for something that someone is incapable of deciding or making that decision to have you to be more than what you already are now. This is someone that just can't or won't. And quite possibly it could be because they have someone else and you are a fringe benefit, as it were. But this, they want more time to decide how they feel. You've given them enough time. Opinion. For the Libras that I'm reading for, it feels like you've been waiting for them for quite some time, and this is someone with a lot of wow and a lot of passion and a lot of zing, but when it comes to the how, they're not really budging. I think they do have feelings, they do care, they enjoy themselves when they're with you, but a large part of this person has that person they are with you partitioned off from the person who they really are, because they have to be different for other people. So like you get none of them and they're one way with you, but then they have to shut that off and be a whole different way for a large part of their life and a large part of their time. And they have been balancing both, but they're not going to stop balancing both. They're not going to be like, oh, I want to be over here with Libra and make changes over here. They're not going to do that. They're going to continue to do this. They're going to continue to balance the chaos, basically. And so it's going to be up to you to decide what to do. And whatever you decide to do, it's going to have to be definitive. And you're going to have to stick to it. Because they will be open. They'll welcome you back. She or he will welcome you back if you falter, if you don't stick to your guns. If you draw a line in the sand, you're going to have to stick to it, because they're going to be waiting there for you to cross it, because they don't want to make a decision. They don't want to lose on either side. They don't want to upset this over here, and they don't want to upset you, but they'll choose this over you, because if you draw a line in the sand, they're not going to chase you. They're just going to wait for you to cross that line again. They'll be there waiting, but they're not going to make any changes on their end. This feels like someone's got another relationship and you're over there. What else for Libra? Everything else about their life in their mind has to stay the way it is. And they won't go against that. Like, they won't make changes there. So if they're going to lose anything, it's going to be you. They don't want to, but they're hoping that this really incredible, especially physical, like the chemistry you two have, they're really hoping that that will sustain and kind of lure you back, because you both feel it. It's there. It's really there, and it's quite a strong pull for both of you. I wish I could take back the things I said. These swords here. Yeah, there might be some arguments or fights, but again, this person is very dynamic, very sort of, I mean, for somebody who's able to partition and balance both, this is someone that does not shy away from speaking their mind. So probably some harsh words were said, and I don't know, I feel like you're still going to be dealing with them, though, because of this attraction, this connection, this physical connection. So you might, for now, it might be that you're trying to kind of stay over here and really stay withdrawn and hold your, stand your ground and not go back and not deal, but because they're sorry, there's always that, like, I just feel like you're going to be eventually going back over there, and they're going to be right there waiting for you, and everything's going to be fine again. Everything's going to be renewed and fine, but it's going to be in this little compartmentalized section of their life. It's not going to be you and them featured in their life. If you're okay with that, okay. Like, maybe it's not another relationship. I don't condone that, but maybe it's just work. This is someone who works a whole heck of a lot. It doesn't look like it here. But this is someone, it's not that they work a lot. It's for the Libras that I'm reading for. This is someone that just has their life just so, and it might be a balancing act for them, but they do it well, and they wouldn't have it any other way. And it looks like it's going to be up to you to be making the decisions and figuring out a few things, because they are, and the reason that you are sequestered over here is because they are continually making decisions and assessments and judgments on what and how to do things. And I think they know that they've kind of got you hooked on them. And I think that I don't know, just hear me out, okay? It feels like they might know that you're really into this or into them, and that while they might really feel the same physically, their life is bigger than you, whereas it feels like you were all about them, and they know it. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're into this way more than they are. For them, it's just really great sex with somebody they have a great connection with. But for whatever reason, they're not going to feature that in their life. They're not going to make that prominent. They're not going to be like, man, I got the whole package with Libra over here. He or she is worth it, and I'm going to move them front and center. No. You'd be willing to do that for them, but they're not willing to do that for you. And this is someone that if you gave them an ultimatum, they'd be like, okay, then. And maybe you did, and maybe they were like, rawr, and then that's why you two are like, they're not going to pursue you. They're going to wait for you to come back because they think they will, or they think you will because of the physical connection. And so what you need to do, coming full circle, you need to stay gone, because this person's not going to change anything about their life to make room for you. They're just going to enjoy you while they have you. But you are way more into them than they are you. And it's out of balance. There's no balance there. Okay. Oh, okay, this one. What else for you? The person's very good at partitioning and partitioning their life, compartmentalizing their life. They're with you, and they enjoy you, and I mean, you know that. But when they're apart from you, then they're apart from you. Page of Wands. So this would be, honestly, this feels like it's the level of the relationship status. Like, it's just, it's a lot of fun and it's really exciting. And when you meet, and it's kind of passionate and like, and there's words and there's adventure and there's this, but there's nothing stable about it. We only have 1 pentacles here. Well, we got 2, but this is something that will always probably stay in the beginning stages. Not the best dynamic. It's a shame too, because this, I mean, with the way the physical connection, let's forget about it. The physical connection, holy cow. And then you've got similar interests and there's commonalities there, but I think you're kind of, I don't know, I feel like there's a part of them that you don't know, that they're just, this is all by design on their part. Like they're very aware of what things could be, but they're just not willing to make the changes in their life. And yet you're just like, dude, I'm ready. Like, let's do this. And your person is just like, nope, I don't want to change it. I've got all this going on and you're wide open and they're, you know what I mean? So you're way more into this, the bigger picture than they are. Okay. All right. Oh, I already did that one and I did that one. Okay. What else for Libra? No, patience. With yourself, okay. Not for this person. I don't like it. Granted, they have to make some decisions. So fine, be patient with yourself over here and be patient with them over there. But don't be patient while you're with them. You need to be in self-protective mode and in separation. This is somebody that is going to keep the same dynamic. They're not going to make the changes that you want. And I don't subscribe to that whole do this so they'll make the changes. I don't think that's possible. I think people always go back to their default. I don't think people like being manipulated, right? So if this is about, I feel like this is more about having patience with yourself, because it's not going to be pleasant at first to kind of stick to your guns about something, to set up boundaries. You both enjoy each other, you know, why deny yourself, right? But it's that this is all it's ever going to be. If you keep doing the same things, this is all it's ever going to be. And I think you know that. And if you want something differently, or if you just don't like feeling like somebody's side piece, or, you know, you need to be patient, because it's going to be hard, and you need to be kind to yourself, because this is a dynamic and a habit you're trying to break. So if you're going to be patiently waiting for them to make the changes, you're going to be patiently waiting, and that's a very passive state. So it's not nudging them, it's not sending them reminders, it is letting your complete absence speak and being just waiting, and being not waiting, fine, being patient. Maybe you're not waiting for them, but it's not, you can't make this person do anything. And I'm not saying this isn't a life lesson. Like, people can't make you, no, fine. But for Libras I'm talking to, this person in particular, this is someone that is on top of their game, and they don't listen to anybody. Nobody makes decisions for them, or forces them to make decisions, or gives them ultimatums. This is someone that they don't put up with that, right? So, and not that you would, but this is someone that's not gonna, nobody tells them what to do, basically. That yeah. So for Libras I'm reading for, the patience you need to have is for yourself to get through this, to stand your ground and get through this. And in being in separation, or not bringing this up to this person, any decisions they make or changes they make is going to have to be on their own, because you're dealing with someone that doesn't like to be forced into doing anything. They'd rather cut things off and be by themselves than to be manipulated or forced or told or given an ultimatum, that sort of thing. So just know that whoever you're dealing with will do what they want when they want. Some when they're good and ready, some when they're not. But this is someone that does very well with balancing chaos and compartmentalizing. So you're not going to get them to do any, you're not going to be able to manipulate or control them. And not that you would try, just saying sometimes, you know, having a heart to heart and going, look, I'm going to walk if these things don't change. Sometimes people are like, okay, I hear you, and let's talk about that. And other people are like, yeah, I don't respond to that. You know what I mean? This is someone that doesn't respond to that. They've already got their life up and running over here, and you feature over here. So until they're ready, which it doesn't look like anytime soon, that's not going to get mixed. Honestly, can I just say it's kind of a damn shame, because there's a good fit here. Physically, I already said this. And then emotionally, there's potential here, but it's probably born from an unhealthy dynamic, and that's unfortunate. Perhaps you've had a row and they regret that. Fair enough, because this is somebody who's pretty darn, this is someone that gets vertical on things. This is someone that nobody tells them what to do or pushes them around. So maybe but please don't. That doesn't mean that you go back and talk to them. That means you have patience with yourself and you wait and you're over here and you don't cross that line that you drew. They said what they said. It's for them to come back and undo or to make right. In the meantime, you are looking after yourself and you're making some decisions about your best interest and your well-being. If you want to be part of this dynamic or continue to be part of this dynamic, but like, this is a good time for you to take stock, because the way this relationship came about, not the healthiest of dynamics, you kind of stumbled into somebody that you really like. You know what I mean? It's like, oh crap, now what do I do? You have patience is what you do. You back off. This person has to come to you and they have to come correct. They have to come free of whatever they're keeping you partitioned from, because it's always just going to be here unless they unless they chuck that. Okay. That's for Libra. Okay, so we've got Hanged Man reversed, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so this speaks to a relationship that wasn't on stable ground, that there was no, that it could be that someone's feeling really insecure, but this was not a stable relationship to begin with, as we see right here with the Devil. And it could be that someone's having a hard time letting go. And that's why you kind of do this dance. It could be that you're still maintaining the physical relationship while you're still bickering or fighting. It honestly, this patience right here means that when you draw that line in the sand, you got to stick to it. You're not going to take yourself seriously, let alone them take you seriously if you negotiate that or if you go back over. They have to come to you, especially if it's them having sort of said some things that really kind of were not so nice. So I think this person still cares. I think they feel a great connection, but they have to they have to get out of whatever situations they're in that are preventing you two from being a couple, because they've got you sequestered and hidden away. For the Libras that I'm reading for, you are the other person for someone, and that needs to, you can't keep doing that. It's always going to be this right here, this dynamic. Even though you have this incredible connection and the potential for it, this is someone that's been very, I don't know, you shouldn't have to convince them that you're worth it for them to leave another person. Like, that's just gross, honestly. And I don't think you are. I'm just saying, please don't go there. Please do this. Draw the line and stay there. You're worth more. Really. Okay, all right, shutting up. I hope this was helpful. I hope my rant was helpful. It came out of love. I want you to know that. I hope to see you in the next reading. I thank you for stopping by. You keep your head up and you stay over there on that line. All right, you take care.